Hello friends, happy Sunday. So glad if you've made it to be with me. Today is going to be our delayed Show Me the Money. How much money does a lazy Etsy seller make? And we're going to dive into a bit of the YouTube money as well, because I didn't get a chance to do that last week because of Etsy doing things that we had to talk about. But I'm still totally happy to talk about anything you want to talk about. If you have any questions about Etsy or crafty things, just an announcement for next week. I have my Maker subscription box, just picked it up today. I believe it's going to be a little chick, which is a perfect thing to felt, so we're gonna be having a felty of a chicken, but feel free to get any questions in because I can talk and answer questions at the same time. But today it is Etsy money, which before we get to it, I just want to point out, if anyone's been seeing the chat or anything, usually you guys are awesome in the comments and everything in my videos. I totally appreciate that. But we've had a bit more attention going on because of the whole Etsy stuff. So there's more people on the internet searching for things. So there's more angry people. So some of the comments have been a little more salty than usual. So I know some people were coming on and saying like, oh, look at this, people saying things about Etsy, and then the next thing we'll be seeing is a video about how much amazing money people are making and stuff. And I know most of you know, these videos are never about me flexing my money. If anyone thinks what I'm making off of Etsy is a flex, it's certainly not a full-time living, but it's just to hopefully show people realistic numbers. And my realistic numbers vary from some pretty okay numbers round about Christmas time to some pretty quiet numbers at other times of the year. So it's not a flex, it's a realisticness. I'm certainly not bragging, these are not massive numbers, but they're just to give you a realistic idea. Some of the other hate that I know some of you will enjoy is actually when talking about Etsy charging us for the ad prices and things, and I tried to put across a balanced view. There's no point us freaking out and thinking it's all going to be terrible when we don't have all the facts yet. But I've had a couple of people come on and have a go blaming either me or Etsy for being a socialist for these changes by a company to make more money. Go figure. But I don't want to get all political in a video, but yeah, that's just some of the things that have been going on, which is just amusing, really. Right, let's just check who we've got. We have Lena. Lena was in the pre-chat before the chat. Hello there. Hope you can stay on. May have to do a conference call last minute email this evening. Wow. That's rotten. I'm making you work on a Sunday. And Denise, hello, glad you made it this week. Awesome. Heart and Soul, hi from Virginia. Shabby Wonder, hello. Lena's looking forward to the chick. That is such a cute little emoji. I'm looking forward to the chick. I've once made a bird. I made a kestrel thing. It wasn't very good. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think this uses some very different techniques. So that should be fun. Javier, hello, Crafty Friends UK. Afternoon, everyone. Javier, let's get political. I don't mind, but some of the biggest things is across different countries, politicalness is different. Like, I've had people accuse me of being on certain sides, and you have to stop and say, I'm from Scotland. We don't even have those parties, and you know, everything isn't just as black and white as there's this one side and this other side. And if we all sat down and thought about it and actually talked to each other, rather than they'll go like left and right, which is very arbitrary and isn't as actually as black and white as people think. But in general, from whatever politics, most of us generally just want things to be a little fairer in our direction than it is. And it depends where we're sitting to what we consider fair. And that's about it. there's probably none of us that agree with all the politics of one side or the other, whatever the side is in your country. We're all probably more similar than we think, but there's something crazy happening in politics just now where there's like big divides between people, which is absolutely crazy, and people are like having on both sides, people sort of have their fingers in their ears going, la la la, I'm not going to listen to you because you're on the opposite side, so clearly you want things that I'll hate, when actually we'll probably want pretty similar, but politics and media make us feel like there's a big divide. There we go, political. Femke, am I saying that nice? Yeah. Nice to get you. Nice Sunday and all. My sales are really bad this year, but I won't give up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, this year has been a bit funny, but I expected my sales to be down because many reasons. But yeah, sorry to hear that. But hopefully things will pick up. I mean, January, February are always random. It really depends. If people overspend in the run up to Christmas, it takes them a bit of time to get money in their pocket, and because of the illness that must not be named, but that is talking about, that's destabilizing the financial market slightly. But these things are just wobbles. Hopefully it'll come back. Barbara, good morning from California, and Tracy from Texas, hello there. JVL, let's bathe in the grey waters of political opinion. I know, great way to get a fight. I say, if you don't like what Itzy's doing, just say it, tell them, and then move on. Absolutely, yeah. And I don't even get how you can make, how anyone, not you obviously, but how anyone can politicize what Itzy's doing. Capitalism, they're trying to make money, they're trying to do what they think is the best to make them money. They don't care about governments or whatever else. Yeah, if you think you can do better outside Etsy, then go ahead and jump ship. It is a free country. It is in that kind of thing. You've got access to all the different markets. You can jump. Excuse me. Right. Okay, I think that's me caught up with the chat. So, today is the how much money does a lazy Etsy seller make? I usually ask you at this point, if you think through the year, if you think this February I made more than this time last year. And I will tell you straight up, I haven't even looked at my dashboard, but this time last year in February was when I did the little accidentally going, last year in February was when I did the little accidentally going viral on Instagram thing. I made a ridiculous amount of sales. So I know I am not going to have a chance of being close to the same kind of money as that, and I'm happy about it. Well, hopefully, yeah, I think we'll see a little bit that my YouTube money is picking up slightly due to the fact that I was super busy making YouTube videos because of the Etsy thing. So there we go, swings and roundabouts. I didn't make the videos to make loads of money, but it's just to show I was super busy with one thing, so that's picking up a bit, and my Etsy shop was a little bit more quiet. But what I have done in the past few weeks, in the past week, I've switched back on the Etsy ads, just so I can compare them once they bring out the new Etsy ads. I just want to have some baseline so we can see what's going on. So there we go. Oh, Denise, what was it that went viral on Instagram? I was wanting to see if I could find that post again. I don't know how easy it is to find things on Instagram. I don't know if it will come up. No, I don't think so. No, I can't find it anyway. But what happened? I've gone to the wrong window. What happened was a customer that purchased from me was buying a birthday present for a friend of theirs who had a big Instagram following, and when her friend opened her birthday present, she photographed it and put it up on her Instagram account and very kindly put a link to me, and yeah, that did really awesome for me. So just goes to show you how good Instagram can be. But she was a very big Instagrammer with a love of dogs, so her followers were very targeted to dogs. But I just use this as an example. Sometimes people talk about when an influencer gets in touch with them and offers to showcase their items, and people saying they're being ripped off if they're wanting to charge for it. Now, I will say in general, the influencers that contact you are probably not that great, because if they've got time to contact you. But I know that people do contact influencers themselves, people with reasonable sized accounts with good following, and if you contact someone like this, expect to pay, because they've built up this big following, and it's an advertisement for you, and it really can be worth money for you, if it's a focused, if it's a good, don't just look and go, oh, this person has 200 million followers, I'll message them. But say, okay, this person has a really engaged audience that's relevant to my type of thing, I wonder if they would mention my type of thing. But expect to pay for it. It's an advert. So there we go. Canvas and Chroma, good morning. Dimitri, hello there. And Denise just being nosy. Hey, ask away. I try and be reasonably open about these kind of things. Get you a nice one. Lisa, you've been building your collection ready to open a shop this summer. Awesome. Keeping an eye on all the chats. Do you still rate Etsy as a good starter, or maybe look at a UK based shop? Personally, yeah, I still... Basically, I would love to say there's other places. Nothing's easy. If you start up on your own kind of shop or trying to drive your own traffic, even for Google to notice you is going to take 6 months or more of building content. The other sites, like I've had a shop with Folksy, there's New Monday, there's all these kind of other places that crafty sellers have heard of. But if you ask your friend who are buyers, where do they go? I think most people, especially in the UK, most people will tell you they buy stuff on eBay, they buy stuff on Amazon, and more and more of them will have now heard of Etsy. Most of them haven't heard of the other places, so it's kind of quiet. I might try again to build my folksy shop up in the future, but yeah, Etsy's still the best that I can see as a good place to start. And I know, you're seeing all these chats, everyone's going, that's it, I'm quitting Etsy, this is terrible. But everything that's going on is a small proportion. There is, what did I say, there's over 2 million active sellers on Etsy. Not all of them do amazingly well, some of them have bad time on Etsy, but in general, it's as good as we've got just now. I don't want to give it like the biggest endorsement, because it's not great, it's not easy, there are issues, but it's the best we've got. I would say that's my belief. Everyone else in the chat, let me know. Are there sites that you find better? Are there sites that you prefer? I know some people, Amazon Handmade can be really good if you've got things that you could add to, like the kind of Prime thing, if you can actually send it to them so they fulfill the order from their warehouse. Personally, I've heard horror stories about how good their warehouses are, so I ain't giving them my sculptures to sit in a little damp place for ages. But they can be good for certain things. People do like to be able to get things quickly, so Amazon's good for that. eBay, so if you've got a really good following, although I think fees are pretty horrific on eBay, but if you've got a great following, for example, needle felters, obviously, because that's what I do. When I put stuff up, I make bargain basement prices for needle felting, but there are some artists that have a big following, and the auctions go really quite crazy because people want to collect their stuff. So it works, but you have to build up by yourself. Lisa, you're most welcome. Think in terms of a crafty friend versus a buyer. Yep. Canvas, someone described Etsy like an abusive partner. It's super easy to get into at first, but you quickly find out their nasty side, but it's hard to quit because it's the best we have. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a business. It uses us to make money. We use it to make money. It has some missteps, but it's just a platform. I think a lot of people, I was going to say take it too seriously. You should take it seriously, but all the changes and things, apart from this last one, the advertisement, if you're making more than a certain amount of money, you have to opt in. But everything else, although it felt like bullying, you don't have to do it. I didn't do the free shipping. I didn't do a lot of the stuff they tell us to. I'm not going to do the sales when they tell us to. So, you know, you can run your shop your way in general. You just have to follow some rules of the platform. Javier, Etsy's still growing and it's not even mainstream international. There's plenty of room for growth. Absolutely. The European markets are some of the fastest growing for Etsy just now. And yeah, it's nowhere near peaked. And the fact that after, nearly 15 years it's still growing is pretty amazing. Crafty Friends looked at both New Monday and Folksy and decided not for me. Yeah, I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago I opened my shop on Folksy, and I've not heard of it getting any bigger or better. You're not seeing it more. Canvas, you end up putting up with the abuse because there's no good alternative. Yeah, there's yeah. G Morgan, it's the best amount of eyeballs for handmade. Yeah, absolutely. As I showed you last week, when you look into eRank, we have some of the numbers for people, for actual shoppers searching, and in general for all the kind of handmade things, Etsy is like way ahead. So, you know, there's a lot of sellers, but there's a lot of buyers, so it's kind of good. Amazon handmade, yeah, look for handmade very little to find. And Amazon handmade lets resellers in. Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, before I forget, guys, there should, talking of eRank and disclaimer, although I also work for eRank, these videos on this channel, all the opinions are my own and are in no way sponsored by eRank. But there should be an interesting new announcement by eRank by about Thursday this week. If everything goes according to plan, if you want to see about it, keep an eye on the eRank group on Facebook if you're not in that, and hopefully I'll be dropping a video about it soon as well. But also, and people who are in the group, you'll probably have an idea of what I'm talking about. Super exciting thing. And if you're not in the group and you sell on Etsy, get over to eRank group. Tell them I sent you. It'll probably be me letting you in anyway, but tell them I sent you. Javier, ooh, the nasty side. Yeah, well, people consider some of the things on Etsy the nasty side. They seem a little heavy-handed sometimes with like instead of just going free shipping kind of sounds cool, they said like we're only going to put people on the front page of search if they have free shipping. So people felt a bit bullied into it. So that's seen as the nasty side, but it's just a platform. We're just using it. Frankie tried other platforms, also local sites here in Holland, but at one they will only pay I'm guessing there's the rest of the chat later. I'll find it. But yeah, you've tried other places and local sites in Holland. Yeah, that's sometimes if they're known, a little local thing can be kind of good. Molly, hope I haven't missed much. Nope, that will be in the replay, but just having a nice chat so far. I will dive into my stats soon. Deb, hello there. Evening. It's just 4:20 just now, so still afternoon here. I know it's quite early for you guys. I think clocks changed for some of you. I don't think our clocks changed for a few weeks yet. Elisa looked at them too, yeah. Rizani, Leighton Lurkin, hello there, good to see you, Rizani. The rest of MK's message. The other is like Etsy but only local, but it's just starting and no buyers there. Yeah, that is a lot of the problem. If there's no buyers, then the sellers will come in and not be able to sell and they'll leave, and when they start leaving, then when buyers do come in, there's nothing to buy, and it's like a vicious circle. It's really difficult to start a new thing like this unless you have huge backing. I mentioned this in a video or whatever. It was about it was about where's the next Etsy, but I mentioned the whole Facebook thing. So, back in the Wild West, when there was lots of different social media things popping up, we had like LiveJournal, MySpace, Bebo, lots of things that I probably wasn't cool enough to know about. And Facebook came out, and it was just another one. In fact, I went on it and I was like, this looks a bit simple. I don't know if I like this, because you were learning to code to make your MySpace page look clever and stuff. And I thought, what's the point of this? But it stuck. People joined and people stayed, and now it's so huge that Google tried to make its own social media with Google Plus, and it couldn't compete because Facebook had the toehold. And I feel that's the same with Etsy. I feel it's really, really difficult to come in and compete because Etsy's cornered the market. So something has to be quite different to take off and do really well. Where did we get to? I'm distracting myself. Tracy, you looked at selling on Amazon Handmade, but they want $40 to start up. Ouch. The monthly fee is waived for now. Yeah, that's a lot of the other business models I'm seeing of these places is upfront costs to set up or monthly fees, and the gamble, it was too big for me. I mean, I could try them now as an experiment, but when I was trying to build up on Etsy and I wasn't making much money, I didn't want to gamble with paying a monthly fee that I could barely afford with no guarantee of sales. So it's a difficult business model. I do prefer the you only pay if you sell type business model, especially in the beginning. Once you've got a bit of extra sales and a bit of spare cash, you can maybe afford a monthly fee, but it can make a $10 a month monthly fee, a $20 a month monthly fee. If you're selling thousands of things every month, that makes a tiny fee. If you only sell one thing, that's a really big fee. Deb always speaks my mind about E-Rank. Absolutely, yes. Well, the thing is, I can do. It's quite easy to. I wouldn't have agreed to work for E-Rank if I didn't believe in E-Rank. So basically, yeah. Stop skipping chat. G Morgan, what Amazon seems to do is they allow sellers in as handmade if they can show somebody making what they're selling. So charity co-ops get in as refugee women make bags and small items in camps. Okay. I don't hate that as an idea for Amazon, but I'm not sure if that's what I would be thinking of if I was buying from handmade things. And others take the items and sell them in the shop. Hard to say if the dollars go to the refugees, though. Yeah, absolutely. Fair enough if it was going to the people that were making it. Yeah, that's different. The US sprang forward Saturday evening, so you did a lay-in this way. It's a lie-in, Deb. I'm teaching Debbie Scottish. But yeah, if we're late getting up, we call it a lie-in. G Morgan, one less hour of the Orange Man. I am not sure. I'm not sure I want to know what you mean. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Skywolf, you have a problem. Is that a social worker is saying I can make another with my business. I probably won't make 500 a week. So it's playing up my special needs when I want it to be a hobby. Oh, do I just say it's a hobby business and I won't make it? Is this for taxes you're looking for? Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure I totally understand what's going on there. But yeah, I would certainly, if you're just starting up and everything, whatever, you need to report to the right people that you're doing these kind of things. So you do need to talk to HMRC at some point, anyone in the UK, and if you're on benefits and whatever, that needs mentioned. But if you're going to make less than £1,000 in a year, then you don't really have to tell anyone about it. And most people, when they start up, are probably not going to make £1,000 in their first year. So yeah, so for your benefits, I would, if you're just about to start up your shop, I would assume that you're not going to make much money in your first year. I hope I'm wrong, but absolutely, yeah. Say you won't be making much at all, because most people don't. And bear in mind as well, with £1,000 that you don't have to tell HMRC that you're making or anything like that, that £1,000 is just totally the total amount of revenue, your sales. That's not taking out all the expenses, but keep track of all your expenses as well. And most people starting up a new business with all the expenses that go into it as well are not likely to make money in the first year. But yeah, I can't really tell you a whole lot about benefits, but it's unlikely you're not going to make 500 a week. Probably. Most people don't. The average I saw from about 3 or 4 years ago, the average a seller is making on Etsy was $151 a month. Now there's people that make a lot more than that, but it's like, I'm trying to remember the numbers off the top of my head. It was roughly 1 or 2% of sellers are making 20,000 a year or more. 5% are making about 5 to 10,000. So yeah, most people are not making that much money. Yeah, Skywolf, the social worker should get their nose out of it. There's no way you're going to be making 500 a week. Well, sorry, that I don't mean it like that. It's very unlikely that most shops are going to be making 500 a week. I only make 500 a week in super busy times. I don't make that much. I physically couldn't make that much. I can't make that many things. Yeah, wish nots, absolutely. Call the tax people, call HMRC and register with them. You don't need to tell them if you haven't earned 1,000, but it's good to get that, to get registered with them in the first place. And also, they have courses and things that can help you. Canvas, you made 1.5k on Etsy in the first year, but spent 3,000 on tools, equipment and materials. You're still in the hole. That is business. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter what business you're starting up. Most businesses don't make money in the first year because of all the other things that go into it. And to be fair, and 3,000 on tools and equipment is probably fair or even high end for most people starting up on Etsy. So basically, yeah, most businesses are not really going to make money for a while. And that's why I say, when you're starting up with Etsy, have either enough money to keep you going for a year so you can see if it's working, or don't quit your job. I hate that Etsy advice of that well, not advice, but like the dream to be striving towards quit your day job. Don't be striving towards quit your day job. Never have Etsy as your entire day job. Have other things. Skywolf, she doesn't listen at all. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And you're doing needle felting too. Awesome. But yeah, well, at the same time, I can talk turkey there. Without knowing of the finances of other needle felters, I can tell you there are a few needle felters making good money, and their work is phenomenal, like jaw-dropping work. Most of the rest of us, we can make okay-ish money, but like my small dogs take, I think I can make 2 of them in a day if I do nothing else. But in general, just under 1 a day I can make, and it's 40 quid for a wee dog minus supplies, which we know the wool doesn't cost much. So that's not a full-time income, but I'm happy with that. G Morgan, to the theme of your podcast, Etsy tells me that my number of sales are down, yet I made more money than last year same time. I'm busy making more items to list, so even trying to replace some things. Awesome, you've got more money for less work. That's the way we want it. Wish Nots, I went on a great self-assessment course with the tax office completely free. Yeah, the tax office do great things. They have online courses, they have real life courses. I know in Scotland, I don't know about England, but there's a government run business gateways, and they are brilliant as well. I went on some courses with them, and it's a period of time you're on this course. You come in every week, you've got an advisor, and you also have courses in a little group, and they're really cool just for the networking with local people. I met all sorts of interesting people on them. Skywolf has your needle felted work on Instagram. Awesome. Skywolf Creations, if anyone's looking. Yeah, I'll have a look when I'm done here. Wish Nots, absolutely. I say that all the time. Diversify into selling kits and supplies and things, or doing different things. For me, my needle felting is, I could make enough from needle felting if it's all I did, but I get bored very easily, so I need lots of different things to do. But absolutely, you should diversify into other things. And kits and supplies I love, because you can make things that are completely different from what anyone else can have. But also, right, people think they can't compete with supplies in China. They're coming cheap in from China, but you can. Like, we all around us have different craft shops or different makers around us. We can buy different things that people in different countries can't get. We could get little handmade fastenings from a person down the road or something. We could get something that's unique to our area. I talked about this last week, I think. My mum does her knitwear, and when she was in New Zealand, she got the wool from the place that supplied it to the Lord of the Rings. So it's all very different things that are unique. So if you can get those kind of things, they make great supplies. Canvas, in the US you have the IRS, and for a laugh go and Google how do I talk to a real person at the IRS. Yeah, that can be a problem with lots of places. Right, shall we get onto this money portion before I've been jibber jabbering away for half an hour. So here we go. Here's my dashboard. Let's go into stats. And last month, no, it's not letting me do last month. You're a pest. Custom, which way's the days and which way's the months on this? I should have set this up beforehand. Okay, there we go. And no, that does not make sense. Let's see. We did used to be able to do what numbers it was, and we had 29 days in February, did we not? We did. There we go. Yeah, we did used to be able to put up last month. Right. So, as I said, everything was going to be down because last February was crazy. So visits are down 20%. Let's put up the comparison. There's the power of viral. That spike there. That's when I turned up on someone's Instagram page. So 20% down in visits. Ooh, 85% down in orders. I knew this. I'm not bothered by this at all. I'm just finding it quite amusing. But yes, last year was crazy because I had 18 orders in one day. And as I've said, I can make about 2 if I do nothing else, but usually I can make about 1 a day, so that's 18 times. That's a month's worth of orders there in one day, and I had a couple of high days after that. Oh, my conversion rate's shocking. I've got to work on that. 81.4% decrease. And the money, as we guessed, 91% down on the same time last year. I knew this was going to be down, so this is just funny for me. Yeah, so £40 for this year's February and £738 for last year's February. But I don't mind at all, because what happened, those orders, which I'm not complaining about at all, they were awesome and they really helped me at a difficult time last year. But those orders meant I was behind for months. I wasn't able to do anything to my shop because I was so super busy trying to get them out. And for anyone that worries about sending out stuff, your shipping date being late for that, getting that many number of orders in one day without being able to change my shipping times because they came in and it was a shocker for me. I was late with a lot of my orders, and it didn't in any way hurt my shop because, now Etsy hasn't told us this, but in the ODR and everything, they're looking at your seller reviews, not if you're late. So if you keep in communication with your buyers and you say, this is what's happening, they were all totally understanding. So nobody gave me a bad review for being late because they knew I wasn't late from the times that I told them. I just didn't have time to deal with all the shipping times. So, and let's back to the visits. I did switch on the Etsy ads just here so we can see there is an increase in visits coming in, which is probably from that. So let's have a look. Etsy app and other pages, down 56% on that. Etsy search, I'm down with everything. And again, this is interesting because I brought in a lot of people from Instagram. A lot of people came in from everywhere else. That helped everything around my shop. As you can see, everything's down just now, and the only difference is not having a viral spike from Instagram, except for Etsy marketing and SEO is up 192%, and this is kind of the Google ads. This is what they're paying for, so they've worked hard to do quite well there. I brought direct and other traffic. I'm down on that. Social media, I'm up. That's interesting. Pinterest is still bringing in loads of views. Next week I'm starting rolling out my series on Pinterest, what I'm doing there. But yeah, that's not from the work I've done on Pinterest because I'm doing the Pinterest on my other shop. So that's interesting. And a little peek in people coming in from Facebook. Interesting. And my advertising's down because I only just switched that on. And yeah, as we can see, yet again, it's always this bookmark. This bookmark is the thing that drives the views from Pinterest. And then my other ornaments. That's everything there. Let me just bob up to full face. Yeah, so I'm down, but I'm not bothered about it because I expected to be. It really wasn't a great February, but yeah, I've not been doing a lot on it either because I still had my orders that I had from Christmas. I was pretty busy, so I was backed up with that through January, so I'm just sort of catching up. I create a few of my sculptures, I send them off to the people, but I'm getting in orders as I'm trying to catch up, so I haven't been able to catch up with myself yet. So as soon as I clear the decks, I'll be trying to improve my shop a little bit. But yeah, I'm not totally freaking out there at all. Right, back to the chat. G. Morgan, getting paid for my time will always be the toughest part of handmade. Doctor can make $3.35 an hour for a 15-minute visit. Do doctors make that much? A lifetime learning isn't worth minimum wage. Absolutely, and that's one thing. If money's important, right? You've got to look into like building up. My needle felting, I love doing it, and it's always going to be part of what I'm doing, but it's not something I ever wanted to be full time. What that is, the needle felting is like a traditional job. The hours I put in, there's a limit to the number of hours I put in, so there's a limit to how much money I can make. What I want is more of a passive income, which is why I've moved on to the other shop a little bit as well, which I haven't had time to do everything I want to do with that, but I want more of a passive income where it's some digital downloads that people are able to buy, and nothing's destroyed or taken away. More people can keep on buying it without me having to create more. And it's also a reason why I did YouTube a little bit as well. It's not quite passive income, but because if you totally stop publishing videos, then your views die away. But it is something that there's always views bubbling along, and as time goes on and hopefully more people find your YouTube channel and more people come in, then each video makes you slightly more money. For anyone thinking about doing YouTube, it is absolutely awesome and it's great fun, a little bit scary. Like everything else, it's not going to make you a ton of money straight away. We will go into my YouTube stats in a minute, just because I'm sharing that. I'm not sharing all my income streams with you, but I'm sharing some of it. JVR, your visits increased by 161%. Awesome. Orders up 129%. Revenue up 121%. Conversion rate down by 12%. Yeah, that's fantastic. And that's for everyone that freaks out about conversion rates and things. If you increase your views, if you've got more people coming in, chances are it might be for more broad search terms, it might be for more places like Pinterest that drive in more eyeballs, but it's certainly not a bad thing at all. I bet you some of the biggest shops don't have the biggest conversion rates because they're getting seen in super millions of places. Has always been thus sadder than sad, and the doctor wants to make it for free and still charges full. Doctor wants what I make for free and still charges full bill. Xavier, your conversion rate for Feb was 1.7%. Yeah, I really do need to work on my conversion. That was shocking, wasn't it? But yeah, I am working on. The problem I've got is I've got to pull up some better pictures, but I'm rushing to create a sculpture and then take the picture for the buyer, which isn't a kind of Instagram ready picture, and then the item's gone, it's out of my hands, so I can't take the picture again. So I've got to get some good pictures. G. Morgan, is anyone changing their process and shipping times just for the illness that I dare not mention on YouTube? And should have mentioned this anyway. Anyone making things on Etsy or anywhere, they're stomping down hard on this illness that I can't mention because YouTube's also stomping down hard on this illness. You can't sell items to do with this thing. They've taken down all. There were some really cute little virus plushies that were so adorable and hilarious, but some people might consider it in bad taste. I have a really bad sense of humor, and I thought it was hilarious and I wanted one. But yeah, so don't jump on the illness that we dare not mention bandwagon to try and make some sales, or I don't know, Diamante face masks or something. Yeah, don't do that. But no, I'm not changing anything just now for the virus. Hopefully, there was a question in E-Rank group about this morning. Someone was shipping to Hong Kong. I didn't realise Hong Kong was on lockdown a bit, but there are places that are in lockdown, or they're trying to contain the illness, and the people in that area will know better what their shipping and everything's like. I'd probably say maybe put tracking on the item so that if they ask where is it, you can say it's sitting at customs till it's allowed to go into your town or something, or whatever's happening. But we don't know what's happening with the shipping in different countries. I hope it doesn't happen, but if your area becomes affected that things can't get in and out at the same speed, then yes, change your shipping time if you know your area is going to be a bit slower. JV, only bringing 18% of your visits. You have to definitely work on that. Hey, sounds like you're doing good, but it's good to have the place to focus on, to know what you've got to do. Consider liking the stream. Every little bit helps. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, if you like this, give us a thumbs up. Yeah. Oh, dope, they closed my shop with no reason. Your mum opened a new one with my work's different IP, but the shop is not indexed. No ad shown, and people can't find your listings in the search engine. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, firstly, absolutely sucks closing your shop with no reason. I would bug the life out of them. I have heard of people get their shops back when they've bugged and bugged and bugged. Do not tell Etsy that this other new shop's connected, because they will take it down. Yeah, so you've done well to get around that. But message them, phone them, but also go public onto their social media, Twitter, Facebook groups, actual Etsy proper accounts, not just like Facebook groups that say the word Etsy on them, obviously, but just mention and say people aren't talking to you, what's happening, you don't understand why. And it has happened that there's been false reasons. It can happen if it's a computer program that's flagging up shops, and if it flagged up your shop for the wrong reason, if you get to the right human can look at it. I've also heard of Etsy forgiving people who had done bad things and got shut down for doing bad things. So Etsy forgave them. They'd had their slap on the wrist. So it's possible. Your other shop is a different issue. I have heard of some shops not being indexed. It's not Etsy being mean about you. That's another glitch in their system. So your mum needs to message them from the different IP address and say you're having trouble with that, get that sorted. I don't believe it's going to be connected. They wouldn't have opened the shop at all if that was the thing. The not being indexed is just a glitch in their system. These things happen. Doc, yeah, they won't even respond to emails. I have heard that, and I've heard people tell me they don't respond to the emails. When you phone up, they'll tell you we can't talk to you and don't call us again. But it's like one of these things. It seems almost like this is their standard thing to start with, to get rid of most of the people who give up easily, because the people who have really bugged have finally got people to talk to them. So don't don't give up until you have to give up. If you know, I genuinely, if you don't know why you've been shut down, at the very least they should tell you why you've been shut down. That I would hit them with the article that they just put up a few weeks ago about them saying they'll warn people, they'll reach out to people, they'll try and help people, and just say, look, you didn't help me. You know, I need to know what's going on. Right, let's jump into my YouTube stats, and then it'll be nearly time to go for tea. Yes, YouTube, analytics. So we want February. See, so much easier to find things. So I can't compare to last year. Well, I could if I'd opened it up. And oh, I like to show this. This is always fun. So this is the views for the last 48 hours. And that little flashy blue line, that there is all of you watching just now. So thank you so much. You give me a lovely spike in my views. But it's cool. We can all see ourselves sitting there. So what we can see in February, the views. So what we had, I think, can I say, yes, I knew that this was the exact place. This little peek here is my video on the Etsy ODR shutting down shops. That video did really well. It's bringing in lots of new people, which is really cool, and hopefully it's helping out the shop a little bit that got shut down, and hopefully it's getting a good bit of advice out there. But you can see that made a big difference. So got lots of views from that. And then we had the whole Pinterest Pinterest being hacked by BuzzFeed, the little glitch in Pinterest. And then the ads update came along, so the views really started to peak and do pretty awesome in February. Just from that point, from that ODR video, there's a step change that I think you can all see. And even better, when I hit the watch time, that is blooming excellent. That's what my channel normally looks like, and that's what all this other stuff did. My subscribers for the month was 353 subscribers, so let's see if we can make March better than that. And for the month of February, I made £178. And this is estimated. The numbers change by the time they hit your account, but that's just to give you an idea. You can make money off YouTube. It's not tons of money, but as we can see, peaks and everything, but then it really started to do nice. I had a £12 day on Thursday. So that's a rough idea what you can get from YouTube. And my top videos for that month, this cat's head painting video, which I don't know if I ever told you all the story of that. That video was a nightmare. I was trying to do it fantastically with 3 different camera angles and lots of things, and I had cameras overheat, memory cards glitch out on me, so I lost half of the video that I wanted for that. And the cat was looking awesome. I was taking pictures, telling you all about it on the way, and then the final product, it just finished up not looking so great. But it's a video that's a year and a half old and bringing in 2,000 views every month. And then the ODR video, fantastically, was my second highest video for the month. And then this year-old one, the Etsy SEO secrets video. This is one I was advised by my YouTube guru, Brian G. Johnson. He said, slow down, make a really good video with lots of stats and data in it. So I'm super happy that one's doing well. But yeah, that's the whole thing for Etsy. That's for Etsy for YouTube. That's how my YouTube's doing. Yeah, I'll have to find a way to show a comparison because it's really pretty cool. In fact, I can't. Let's just for fun, because we can. I can't easily quickly show a comparison, but I can do. I love doing these. In the last 365 days, I think, did I show this last week? But this is super cool because you get to see in the views what happened here. Oh yeah, that would be Etsy. which happened. I can't remember which happened first. Yeah, that was the free shipping. People panic and want to see stuff, so there was the free shipping, and then this place was the change in ads. So that is how much, when there's a change in something, people just come from miles around to watch YouTube videos on the subject. Right, let's just finish up with the chat and then I think we will be done. Rosani, yeah, hopefully the historic references to the Black Plague won't be effective. Yeah, I don't think they should be. That's a completely different thing, although connected. And yeah, I love the Black Plague mask, that kind of look and everything. And I'm seeing a lot of, I guess it's because people are looking for things on this illness and they're not able to find things. So there's a lot of information, a lot of talk just now about the Spanish flu of 1918, which is kind of really interesting to watch as well. But we heard about it at school, but I didn't realize it was as horrific as it is. But yeah, don't freak yourself out over these things. But yeah, it's interesting. Javia, that says we look cool in blue. Yes, with the little peak. Yeah, I find that fascinating. I mean, you never trust up to the minute views. We know computers can't count, but it's super cool to see these things when something happens right up to the minute, and you can go like, wow, that's a big thing. And that's these little Sunday lives. We've always got this really cool peak. Oh, dog, you only had your shop open for 30 hours and you didn't sell anything. That is absolutely rubbish. The couple of things that it could be a shared IP. If there was, are you new to your house or area or whatever, or was that internet that someone else could have been using? But yeah, that's absolutely rubbish. I can't say anything else about that. Etsy, that's rubbish. Stop doing things like that. Because yeah, there's very little you can have done wrong in 30 hours. Even if you opened your entire shop was full of Baby Yoda or something, they should have at least warned you or something. I don't think Disney would have even managed to hit you within 30 hours. So yeah, bug them. That's absolutely rubbish, and I don't like that at all. Right, guys, I think we are nearly there. We've talked nonsense quite effectively for an hour today. I've enjoyed hanging out. I will give you a couple of minutes if you have any more questions. But yeah, just a reminder, next week, although I will still be available to answer any questions on Etsy or any other things, but we will be felt along with me an Easter chick, a little chicken. I've not made chickens before, so if you want to craft along with me, that would be awesome. If you've already got your maker's kit, and you've made it, or you've made a chicken, or any kind of chicks that you've made in the past, I want to see them. There'll be a post open in Ben McFuzzyLugs on Facebook and in Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends on Facebook. I can never remember the name of my own group. But yeah, there'll be posts there so you can put up, doesn't have to be needle felted, any kind of chick you've created out of whatever medium you create. That would be cool to see. And reminder, E-Rank announcement, hopefully Thursday. Get yourself over to E-Rank group on Facebook. Be ready for my video that, if all goes well, should drop on Thursday as well. And Style and More should have something as well. It's all going to be exciting and stuff. So yeah, get ready for all of that. Javier, loads of good advice there for Dolk. Was it banned items or flags? Heart and soul, have a great week. Awesome. Thank you so much. Javier, have a great week. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. G Morgan, yeah, we have folk that run their Etsy shop from a public computer at the library. Shared IP shouldn't be such a problem. I completely agree. It shouldn't be. And I know people have messaged Etsy to say I'm in a public space at the library, or I'm running my shop on shared network in in a student house or something, and then just tell Etsy that your shop is not connected to all the other people that use the internet. But yeah, they do sometimes stomp down a bit hard and they nuke everything, and then you have to jump on top of them, and they finally go, oh, okay. Oh, Deb, happy International Women's Day, yay. Doc, you listed t-shirts from print for pineapple surfing on a pizza. You have to bug them. Oh, Olivia's art. Hello there. We are just about closing up, but you'll be able to get us on the replay. But hello, Doc. You're welcome. Sorry we can't help a whole lot. I wish I had a bat phone to Etsy to tell them to pull their finger out and and sort things out, but I can't. Lisa. Ben, you are most welcome. Thank you for joining us. Julie, you have a question. You'll be taking a vacation next fall. What would you suggest I do? Place it on vacation or extend shipping time? I would say it depends how many orders you generally get. Especially fall can be a funny time. It can be autumn in Scotland. But it can be a funny time. The orders can be starting to pick up, so look at your history there. If you're not expecting a vast amount of orders and your items are pretty easy to make and everything, I just tend to extend my shipping time. I prefer not to put a shop on vacation. Now, if it's a week, don't put it on vacation. I'm assuming the 30 is a month, so it depends how long. If you're something like supplies or something that people expect the next day, then it's really kind of not acceptable to extend your shipping time. If your items take a bit of time to make anyway, if people are waiting 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then extend your shipping time. But again, how much traction you lose with just 30 days shouldn't be that much, so I wouldn't freak out too much. Rosani, yay, chickens. Pam Duthie's crafty friends. Thank you so. Why can I not remember my own stuff? That's terrible. Yeah, Julie, 30 days. Yeah, I thought so. I would extend the shipping time unless it's items that people are really going to be expecting quickly. Something like, my needle felting, I just extend the shipping time. People expect to wait for custom handmade things, but they don't expect to wait for supplies, so it's kind of up to you. Right, guys, I think we will leave it here. This has been awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out and all your support and everything. Like I say, yeah, any questions, bung them in chat, and I will see you next time. Take care.